Two guys, one bench.
Shit talking, strength sports, combat sports. Game over. All right, everybody, welcome to Two Guys, One Bench, where we're 650 pounds of fucking meat on a 30-pound bench.
Where we talk more shit than Snoop Dogg smokes blunts.
And that's a lot of puffity pass blunts.
Is this a guy who is specifically hired by you?
That's his job, his occupation. On his resume, it say, "What do you do?" I'm a blunt roller.
I roll blunts. Is that what he's done?
Professional
For
PBR. Professional blunt roller.
Shit talking.
All right, guys, let's kick it off with our rants of the week. For my rant, I want to talk about fake athletes. And this goes out to a wide variety of people. I'm talking to the motherfuckers who write a sport in their profile but have never competed in the shit, only have a slight interest in it. You're not a fucking doctor just because you're trying to get into medical school. You're not a lawyer because you just got accepted into Harvard Law. So you're not a power lifter if you've never done a meet. No. You're not a basketball player if you've never made a team. Quit trying to claim shit that you haven't done, needing all this fucking gratification for shit you haven't accomplished yet. I see it all the time. All these fake athletes talking about, power lifter. If you want coaching, it's like, you haven't done a fucking meet. How are you going to tell anyone what to do? You don't know what to do.
Yeah, no shit. I mean, come on, man. We know you're faking it. So just fucking hang up them gloves because you're not doing yourself a favor or anybody else. All right, everybody. My fucking rant of the week is fake ass tough guys. I mean, I've seen them here and there in every fucking where. They walk around puffing their chests and back in high school, I was the toughest guy out there. Or, oh, wow, I beat some guy up last fucking year at a bar fight. I don't give a fuck. That does not make you a tough guy. I've seen so many guys step into my gym saying and claiming the fame that they're this tough animal. They come in and get their shit canned from a guy that's been practicing for 2 months. So fake ass tough guys, quit walking around saying you used to be this fucking hero. You're not that guy, and face reality. You're just a fucking weak little bitch trying to be someone you're not.
Everyone knows at least two people like this. And I find the people that are the loudest usually do the least. So don't be that guy.
Don't be that motherfucker.
Combat sports.
All right, everybody, combat sports. So this last weekend was pretty damn exciting. It was Mike Tyson versus Roy Jones Jr., the fight in the making for the last 50 fucking years. And goddamn, did they not look, decent, but one guy showed up to fight and the other guy showed up to tippy-tap around and throw a fucking jab, a no-look jab, whatever. I mean, Mike Tyson looked incredible. I think he was moving so well. He could have really done damage, but ultimately I think, in a clause or whatever in the exhibition rules, he wasn't really allowed to unleash. Darrell, what do you think?
I personally think they had a gentleman's agreement that they weren't supposed to go to the head, but I think it was more of a one-sided agreement because Roy kept trying to go to the head on Mike, and every time he ate a punch, he would immediately hug him, and it would be love taps to the body, not the typical big shots we're used to seeing. But honestly, it was an all right fight considering these guys are in their 50s, so great for them to be out there, but to cap it off with a draw just shows the bullshit rigged sport that is boxing and how fucking corrupt it is even on an exhibition.
Yeah. But I must say it was a fun night. I would say it's even funner to watch that kind of shit than a full boxing WBC card where you're sitting around for 10 hours watching 12-round fights and you finally get to the main event and it's either awesome or not. I mean, at least with this event, the production was there. It was kind of fucking weird in some weird universe where you're half video game, half boxing ring. It was awesome. We got Snoop Dogg smoking blunts. We got some other shitty rappers dropping some bars, whatever. It was a fun night. But one fight we'd like to really talk about is, the fucking sleep of the century.
Nate Robinson and Jake Paul. So for anyone who doesn't know who those two people are, congratulations. Jake Paul is a YouTuber, and that's pretty much it. Nate Robinson is an ex-NBA player and 3-time dunk contest champion. So coming into this, everyone thought, oh, there's an elite athlete against a YouTuber.
Oh, yeah.
The elite athlete's going to win.
Yeah.
Not considering the fact he's 36 years old fighting a 23-year-old who has some experience in his back pocket.
Yeah.
And the only thing that was dunked was Nate's head into a mat in the early rounds. So
hell yeah. I mean, this is I just knew from the get-go of the fight, even though Jake Paul isn't that great, he does have some good power. Nate Robinson was just flying in there head first, just diving into shit. I'm like, this is not how you start out a fight. You gotta, when you're a little guy like that, you know, he wasn't that big, you gotta use your feet more and just not, you know, run directly towards the guy.
Yeah, you can't block punches with your face.
No, and he found out the hard way with, you know, I thought they should have stopped it after the second knockdown. I mean, for me, I knew he was just gonna get obliterated, and that's what happened. I mean, we're going to show you the video, and it's pretty sad to see this guy, you know, flatlined with his hands behind his back, you know, knocked out, sucking the fucking crumbs off the canvas. And hey, you know, I've been there. I know that feeling. And when you wake up, you don't know what the fuck's going on. And it's better to be handed that by a professional fighter like me than some fucking Logan Paul, Jake Paul, some fucking bitch ass white boy from Ohio that's making bazillions on YouTube doing shitty things and making shitty rap albums. I mean, I'd like to see a real fighter just take this fucking kid and just beat him around the ring. Darrell?
Honestly, I don't expect anything less from a YouTuber. My biggest thing is Nate Robinson coming into this, running his mouth nonstop, saying you're doing it for all the athletes out there. Well, all you did was hopefully lock up a NyQuil sponsorship for falling asleep for 10 minutes. But aside from that, you didn't do anything. You took the guy lightly and you paid for it. Paul, he's going to keep doing these bullshit fights because it's going to generate money for him.
Yeah, this is one of the rare times when always bet on black doesn't work out.
Oh, fuck no.
Strength Sports. Resolute. Prepare yourself for battle.
All right, everybody. Huge announcement. Drill.
Big announcement. We got another new sponsor for Two Guys, One Bench, Resolute Strengthwear, supporting all the local strength here and across the country.
I must say, yeah, their strength products, in particular, their wrist wraps, their belts, any kind of support systems that they have are amazing. And I will say, I think they're going to start to rival many large companies in town and across Canada and then North America, worldwide, because I must say their belts are some of the most amazing pieces of artwork I've ever seen, Darrell.
Yeah, like there's nothing like that you can get, especially in Canada. There's nowhere anything near their product. And the support you get from the knee sleeves and elbow sleeves, it's unparalleled, and especially for the price.
So check out their website and order yourself some awesome products. Get yourself a customized belt with any kind of logo, writing you want on it. It's the coolest thing ever. Check it out.
Resolute. Prepare yourself for battle. World's strongest man. Half Thor Bjornsson. Eddie Hall. The strongest fight in history. Thor versus Eddie.
All right, everybody. Here's our Thor versus Eddie section. As you know, we've been following along, seeing how the boys are doing with their training and maybe lack thereof training. Darrell, what have you found over the last little while?
I've just feel like it's more of the same bullshit from Eddie Hall. A lot of hitting pads, a lot of one-sided sparring, boxing against your yes man so he can make you feel good about yourself and pump up that ego. Meanwhile, Thor's in there actually sparring with somebody, getting his nose broken possibly, getting fucked up, but getting used to being hit and what it's like to be hit. I just don't think Eddie's setting himself up for success. After seeing what I'm seeing, I realize the fight's a little under a year away, but I'm hoping he ends up like Nate Robinson. So
that would be beautiful. I mean, and not because, you know, we're hateful or vengeful towards Eddie, but wait, we are, because he's a fucking asshole. And a guy like that needs to get smashed and put in his place. Now, for those of you who just casually watch combat sports and don't really understand anything about that or have a little understanding, when you're watching Eddie do his training videos, pay attention. His fucking hands are down here. If Thor's going to knock his tits off, then he's got a problem. But no, it's his head, and he's going to get fucking lit up. He's doing technique, and he has this fucking Irish coach or whatever that's just blowing smoke up his ass. And like Darrell said, he's got his fucking human flesh tunnel, his live-in fucking fuck buddy. I don't even know his name, but he's tall, and his head's the size of a golf ball.
And attacking. Okay. So a good mixture of everything. Building your combinations up so we throw in little punches and bunches.
Yeah, I'm done now. Oh.
Okay.
Still easing back in for me.
Now, it's not good technique. He's not progressing whatsoever. You know, power doesn't get you anywhere when your head's exposed. And like I said, Thor has some advantages with his height, and he's getting in there and fucking getting beat up. He likes it. He says he's going to do an exhibition match or two before the fight. I mean, he's miles ahead, in my opinion. So let's keep it going, Thor. We want that Eddie on the canvas, snorting up crumbs like Nate Robinson.
And one more thing, I just think it's very important we point out, you cannot play fighting. And that's what it seems like Eddie's approach is to this. Like he can just fake it till you make it. Well, you can't fake it, and hopefully he gets knocked the fuck out.
All right.
For fuck's sake, your time has come. Hang 'em up. Please retire.
All right, everybody, welcome to Hang 'em Up.
This week, people I want to talk to on Hang 'em Up, it's not an athlete per se, but it's a group of people. I'm talking to all the bald motherfuckers
millions
out there.
And millions.
Whoa! I'm bald, clearly. Bald as fuck over here, but I accepted it. When shit started getting thin, I was like, nah, fuck that. I'm going to shave it all off. Why? Because I don't want to look like a fucking Christian monk at 28 years old. That's fucking ridiculous. You're out here catfishing women with your goddamn missing crop circles in the back and keeping the hair on the outside. We all know you're bald. Just fucking accept it. Women or men will like the confidence you're exuding by showing that and not being scared of it. Yeah. Instead of hiding it, keeping the little frills and shit in the cul-de-sac. You're not Jason Statham, bro. You don't look fucking good rocking that haircut. Just shave your shit. I did.
You're damn right. And, well, Darrell is black, so it's easier for him than these trifling-ass white guys. But I will say, shave that shit off. You look like some fucking idiot with a fucking half-dying forest on your head.
A lollipop on a barber shop floor.
I mean, it's out of control, and it's a fucking pandemic. Maybe worse off than COVID-19, because I'm seeing guys out there with barcodes, fucking scan codes on top of their heads, and they need to be ringed in and checked the fuck out.
Leave that.
Health and fiction. That's some bullshit.
All right, bringing you another new section, health and fiction, where we separate the real from the fake.
Oh, yeah. And goddamn, is there a lot of fake assery going on out there right now, especially in sports like combat sports, strength sports. There's a lot of misdirection, misinformation. So we're going to dispel a lot of that shit right now.
So I want to kick it off by talking about a general misconception people may have about bodybuilding, powerlifters, and even strongman. I feel like it's a common belief among a lot of people that what they see in the magazine is healthy and that's what you need to achieve for in your life. I'm talking about bodybuilders. They see these guys ripped up abs, looking great, low body fat percentage. And then they see a power lifter. They think, oh, that's just a fat fuck who can't do much. Or see a strong man. They just think, it's a bigger fat fuck who's just tall. When in the reality of it, the bodybuilder's probably one of the most unhealthy motherfuckers out there. Now, we understand there's a general misconception that just because someone looks good, they must be healthier than someone else.
Yeah.
I'm not saying you should be a giant fat fuck and claim you're healthier than someone of an average body size. I'm not here to say that. I'm not going to tell you that being super heavy is great for your health, because it's fucking not. But I'm also not going to tell you that being 3% body fat and 280 pounds shredded competing in a Speedo is the epitome of health, because it sure as fuck isn't.
Yeah. I mean, when you're out there with your ball sack hanging out, people don't realize, yeah, he looks awesome. Huge shoulders, little waist, big legs. But the amount of shit they've pumped into their body, trenbolone sandwiches, insulin injections, growth hormone, dieting, eating all this shit, fucking shitty rice cakes, dehydrated. When they're on stage, they're on death's door. That is not health. That is not the epitome of health. That is not even athletic. A fucking granny could knock someone out on stage in a bodybuilding competition. So we want to say, find out the truth about bodybuilding for yourselves, but we're telling you it's not the epitome of health. In fact, powerlifters, strongman would probably be healthier. And how do we figure those statistics out, Darrell?
You can just take it with eyeball tests, really, if you want. You can go deeper than that, but if you want to eyeball it, every year it seems to be bodybuilders dropping like Nate Robinson. Meanwhile, powerlifters and strongman, yeah, the odd one will pass away. It's usually in the strongman community when those guys are gigantic human beings, because gigantic bodies can't support long lifespan. And I already touched on that.
Exactly. And yeah, those guys are pushing their limits, enlarging their hearts with crazy fucking weights, running around with heavy objects. I mean, it is dangerous more than normal life. I will say that for sure. But even the fat fuck powerlifters that are 25% body fat are gonna have a longer life than some guy that's injecting fucking hormones in their ass, or girls for that matter, if you don't know what I'm talking about. But yeah, so the epitome of health is not this perfect body with a six-pack, nice abs. It's actually detrimental to your health to be that low in body fat all the time.
Health and fiction. That's some bullshit.
All right, guys, another key component of health and fiction we want to point out is how to find the best online coach out there. Darrell?
We want to separate the best from the worst, so we just want to go through a couple steps for you. Step one, make sure he or she has tattoos.
Yeah, they got to be really angsty, have a lot of tattoos, which usually means daddy issues and often some bipolar disorder or dual personality disorder. Oh, wow. Look, we got our fucking sleeves, bro. Step two, make sure you have a nice set of horn rim glasses, and they're going to set you apart from your coach's wide, Darrell.
Well, having glasses on, whether you need it or not, it's going to make you seem a lot smarter than you probably are. So you're going to seem way more intelligent regardless if you spout bullshit. So you can say pretty much whatever, but as long as you got the glasses, you got the illusion of intelligence.
All right, glasses. That's better, Darrell. I feel a little smarter. How about you?
Oh, definitely.
Awesome. Step number three, you need to have fucking spreadsheets, Darrell. And I'm talking fucking 20 of them for each program.
Without a colorful spreadsheet, how are people going to know you're serious?
Yeah, and without a really awesome logo that separates you from everybody else, how are those numbers actually going to reflect what they do on the platform? I just don't know how to do that. Boom, spreadsheets in hand.
And the fourth thing you need, and this is really important, you got to make sure you overcomplicate every critique you ever make on an athlete and overuse RPE.
Yes, overuse RPE and also anatomical terms that no one will understand, such as gastrocnemius.
Last step, make sure you attach yourself to a very high-level lifter so you seem like you're capable coaches. even though you had no help in the process.
Yeah.
And now you're ready to be the best online coach out there.
Emo strength, guys. You're at an RP 12.
All right, guys. So we're going to do some breakdowns of the latest gym fails online. Darrell?
I'm very excited to do this.
Are you okay, man?
I'm great.
A little emotional today. Okay, so what we have here is a normal guy deadlifting. Let's watch. Darrell, what kind of form is that?
He was very sloppy. He didn't lack in his latissimus dorsi, and his intra-abdominal pressure wasn't optimal.
Well, exactly, and his frontal tilt and his pelvic curve was totally off. I would suggest that you exercise your gluteus maximus a little harder and, try a little bit more of mobility work. All right, second up is the power lifter. What do we got here?
It wasn't an optimal setup, but it could be better. I feel like he was probably at an RP 6 on this. He probably should be in the 7 range.
And what did you feel about the sumo position?
Sumo positioning was off. His hips need to be open more, and a proper wedge needs to be implemented.
And once again, his pelvic tilt was a little off, and his gastrocnemius was not firing. All right, guys, so number 3 was the gym bro, our favorite guy. How about you, Darrell?
For me, it's my least favorite. I couldn't judge RP on it. It looked too easy. Maybe an RP 4.
That was definitely RP 3. Come on, Darrell. And obviously, his
dick root was on point. It was beautiful. Let's do it again.
All right, now, and number 4 was the CrossFitter deadlift.
The whole setup was improper, and the implementation was improper. I'm not referring to the deadlift. I'm referring to covering
up that bald spot. Oh yeah, that was definitely an RPE 12 on being bald.
And thanks for tuning in to Emo Strength Guys, where we break down shit that no one else can, and we're the best online coaches ever. Darrell, say something.
Emo Strength Guys. You're at an RP 12.
All right, everybody. Thanks for tuning in to 2 Guys, 1 Bench.
Catch us next week when we possibly have a great interview lined up for you. Maybe I learn Japanese. Maybe I'm just going to rant a bunch. Who knows?
Maybe we just shit talk for a fucking hour. But that's up to us and you to tune in and watch. So don't forget to eat big.
Train hard.
And always be fight ready. Boom.
2 Guys, 1 Bench. Shit talking. Strength sports. Combat sports. Choices and consequences. Misfit. Resolute. Prepare yourself for battle. War smelling salts. Bottle sanity. Home Gyms YYC.